Hey, everybody, welcome to your day. Today, gotta be pretty quiet. I'm still in Turkey, so it's gonna be a little rough. But they added a new TIMESKIP relic. This thing is pretty cool, in my opinion. Very cool. You can be very creative with this thing. But just to keep it a buck, this is gonna be more for support sort of builds. You can probably find a way to use it. All right, probably find a way to use it on other builds, but you're gonna be needing 65 light and 65 charisma as well as train fists to use it. Right, so it is a fist weapon. You cannot use it with just Greta. Now the damage on this thing, as you can see, not really the greatest, right? But that's not going to be the main reason you use it, but you can still use it to box people up. 8 scaling and a little bit of charisma scaling, 3.5, low 8, low range, and fist swing speed, right? Now the real power comes from the crit, right? So I'll show you what it does, basically, right? I use 2 measures there. Basically, whenever I use a crit, it procs temporal fatigue, which will basically skip you 30 seconds into the future. Now if you notice, I also got wither. This thing gives you 40 wither on use, so it's flat. So the more health you have, the better. So generally, if you're going to be making a build, for example, like a support sort of build, you're going to want to essentially just have the most amount of health possible. Don't go for physical, right? Go for health because it gives flat, right? Not percentage. On top of that, it also resets, talents, right? So as you can see, I proc Golden Tongue. I use it, and it reduces the Golden Tongue cooldown by 30 seconds, right? Which is really helpful, and it actually reduces everything by 30 seconds, right? I don't have a bell here, but like for example, if I had Smite, it will put on like a 1 minute 10-second cooldown. I use it, right? It reduces it to like 40 seconds, right? So very handy for a couple bells there. On top of that, it also does it for a couple of talents. So if I use like Vow Mastery, right? Now Vow Mastery is a bit weird, but if I fight him, right? Well, I guess fight's not a good example, but let's just say he had fight, for example, right? And then I decide to use fight on somebody like homie over here, right? If one of them uses the time skip relic, right, they reduce their own cooldown by 30 seconds. Now, back then, this relic used to just entirely reset cooldowns no matter how long it was, so it didn't work on live, but it might now work on live because it's only 30 seconds that it's skipping. It still might not work on live, but I know it also works on things like potion sickness. I think it's now working on the Tyrion pendant, maybe things like the Capra mark, right? If those things don't work, maybe report them. They might change it, or some might stay nerfed, but it's supposed to work on literally almost anything except basically live, right? And so there's a lot of really creative potential with this. Like I said, a lot of times it's going to be like trying to chain bells back to back, for example. So you pop a sacred, right? You wait for the sacred to run out, then you use it on 30 seconds. Oh, it works on live. Oh, wait, that's crazy. It's an info. Oh, that's great. Okay, yeah. Then, like I said, if you have like the 10-minute cooldown, right, and you pop it, you can just keep using those temporal fatigues. You can use on resurrection, for example, right? If you use resurrection and you revive yourself, it removes all your wither. So keep that in mind for my resurrection enjoyers out there. There's probably a lot of different tech with it, but that basically covers everything with this relic. Now keep in mind, you do have to craft it, right? It is a drop. There's 3 separate drops that you have to get it from. All right, one is from like, I think Atheron, others from Chaser, and the other are from like the Curse Guard Snipers. This is all in layer 2. So grind those out. There's 3 separate pieces. I'll probably put them on screen, and you just craft them at any crafting table and you'll get the relic weapon. And I think that basically covers everything. I don't think I missed anything. So yeah, very cool weapon. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video, guys. Peace.